Hello, Chloe Crabtree here from CelebrateAndDecorate.com. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to make this beautiful fall arrangement. For supplies for this project, we're going to use some shredded raffia, some Sahara or dry floral foam, a collection of pheasant feathers, and a couple of packages of fall leaves. I'm going to use some brown chenille stems to anchor my floral foam. You can also use wire, coated or uncoated. I will show you how to do that. I used an already formed oak leaf wreath for an extra punch, and I will show you how I do that at the end. A variety of small pumpkins and gourds on picks. For the back, I'm going to use a larger green faux pumpkin. And right over here, I have two small white faux pumpkins and a reddish orange one. And I also picked up 3 oak leaf picks with kind of jewel toned acorns on them. This is the basket I'm using for my base. You can use anything. This is something I had around the house, but a basket is going to be an easy base for you to make this in. Doesn't have to be shaped like this. And then I have my tools. I've got a cutting board here, wire cutters, scissors, and a knife. I'm going to begin by taking my basket, putting one large full piece of the floral foam in the center. This can easily be cut, probably even with a table knife, and I've cut another piece into 2 pieces. I'm going to put them on either side. I'm going to take 2 chenille stems, wrap the ends around each other tightly, and then back the opposite direction. And the reason for that is I made a long wire, and no matter how hard I pull on them, they won't come apart. They're very secure. I'm going to take one end of my chenille stem and feed it through some of the woven spots on the basket, all the way up to that little knot. And then I'm going to take the other end and feed it through. Okay, we're going to pull these up, and now I have these on either side of my basket, and I can see that they're still not long enough. The next step is really important. At this point, you're going to use your raffia or sheet moss or Spanish moss. If you do not use something and you just wire your foam, this wire will cut right into your foam and cut it right into pieces. So make sure you get that underneath your chenille stems or your wire, whatever you're using. And then I just tucked the raffia in like this. And then I'm going to take one more of my brown chenille stems, or 2 if it takes 2 to reach over the top here, and pull this across and secure it tightly over the raffia. There we go. And then, I didn't have any thick enough wire to secure my pumpkin, so I'm using a couple of little wood skewers. You can probably even use a sucker stick if you have them. Stuck a couple of those in there, and then secure my pumpkin into the arrangement. This is an asymmetrical arrangement, if you remember looking at the pictures of the finished product. So I put my large pumpkin to basically the back side from how I'm going to work, and now I'm going to put my little red-orange pumpkin right here using the same method, pushing those sticks into it and then securing it. I put a thick coating of raffia, and sometimes you might have to dig through there to find a spot. Okay, there we go. And there we have added all of our gourds and our pumpkins. and we're ready to start adding our leaves. I'm going to begin with these 3 really full picks I have of oak leaves and the acorns, and those I want to push in really as far in as I can get them. See how that starts to fill in the space? I'm going to put one right here, and I think I'll add the other one up here. I'm not sure that this one will even tuck, oh there, it's right in the top of the oasis, okay? Now, we're going to start with our fall leaves. I'm not going to be putting this somewhere where it's going to get jostled a lot. You could take these leaves and use floral tape and tape them on to give them some extra height, these smaller leaves, but I'm just going to tuck them in and make sure that they are in far enough that they are secure. We're ready for our last step. You can see that you probably could stop right now and use this as a centerpiece all the way around. But I want to make this into an asymmetrical piece that could go on a sideboard or a mantle. So our next step is our feathers. I'm going to start with my short ones. Same thing as the leaves. Tuck them in sporadically throughout your arrangement. If they don't reach all the way to the floral foam, that's okay. Okay, and our last step, we're going to add our beautiful pheasant feathers. For these, I'm going to keep them all going one direction, and I do want these to go down in so that they are secure enough. If you don't reach the foam, at least make sure that you've gotten them in. See, I can feel that going into the foam there. Okay, I think that gives us that nice tail effect like a pheasant. We're going to turn it around. It's almost finished. This is the wreath that I bought. It actually has little chalkboards. You can write, happy fall or welcome on it, but I'm just going to tuck that behind the wreath. It's all fall, looks like mostly oak leaves, maybe some maple leaves, a couple of pine cones. It's a grapevine wreath, and I'm going to set it down on my surface. And then I'm going to set my basket right down onto it. Doesn't that make it look a little extra special? There you go. You have a beautiful fall arrangement.